What's going on, everybody? Crypto Kid here, coming at you again with another video. We have another post-gym crypto talk. Welcome back, everybody. Today's video is an exciting one. It's one that I've been holding off on for a little while I gather some data and just put everything into perspective. This is going to be our Solana 2025 price prediction. Without further ado, like and subscribe, and let's get into it. So a few things to note here. Number one, Solana's all-time high, $260, was achieved on, I believe, November 5th. Where if we look at where Ethereum was at, because Ethereum is going to be our best metric of success here, given that they're both the two top layer ones in the crypto markets. Ethereum at that time was around $4,500, meaning that Solana had about 15 to 16% of Ethereum's market share at the time. So if we go ahead and just scale that number to our Ethereum projection, which if you guys saw our Ethereum video, you know is minimum $1 trillion, then that would put Solana at about double its market cap previously. However, with supply shifts, we obviously have to take that into account. So my personal number for Solana come 2025, 2026 peak is going to be about $450 conservatively. So I'm just putting that price out there at the start, and now let's go ahead and back that up with some information. Number one, you could say, okay, what about Solana's outages? They've had outages for over 4 hours in a bear market. How does that happen? How is it going to be sustainable? Well, let's take into account that Solana is processing transactions thousands of times faster than Ethereum, with potentially a max of 64,000 transactions per second versus Ethereum, which is under 100. Of course, there's going to be more power outages. Of course that they have some things that aren't going to be perfect about the protocol quite yet, but obviously with the amount of developers on the project, which is second only to Ethereum, you have to think that a lot of those issues are going to be fixed. Another thing you got to think about is that Ethereum is going to require things like layer 2s like Polygon, or let's say Immutable X, to go ahead and truly utilize the layer 1 without the dApps rather of the layer 1 without massive fees, massive wait times. So Ethereum is not even on its own. Ethereum really isn't better than Solana in that way, and it's actually a bit of a nuisance to use the Ethereum network as opposed to Solana. So this is all to say not that Ethereum as a whole network is better than Solana, but it's to say that if anything, it's not a whole lot further ahead than Solana, and at least not more than, not to the point where Solana couldn't be worth at least 15 to 16% of Ethereum in terms of the market. I think that that's really a fair place to put Ethereum in terms of price in relation to, to put Solana in price and in relation to Ethereum would be around 15 to 16%. I'd argue even 20% could be fine as well. So yeah, just putting that out there. Number two, Ethereum's been around so much longer than Solana, it's not even close. So obviously that first mover's advantage as well. The name's more familiar, they've had more time to accept investors. I think that there's a lot of investors that either don't fully understand the promise of Solana, don't fully understand the network. So I think that could come into play too, just more investors coming into the space, more time for Solana to gain investors as well. So I think that's another thing to take into account. So honestly, I'm pretty excited about Solana just because I think there's a lot of untapped potential there. And the fact that the whole market as a whole is just going to do tremendously better than it did in 2021. So I think 2024, 2025, very hopeful year for crypto. If US regulation comes in, more and more people are going to be getting into the space, more and more money are going to be flowing to these assets, and you better believe that Solana, which is the number 2 layer 1 in my book by far, is going to be with the major players, is going to be demanding 15 to 20% market share. And given that, compared to Ethereum, and given that number is probably going to be over $1 trillion, you can put Solana at least $450 come 2025. So let me know in the comments, guys. Do you agree with my reasoning? Do you agree with my points here? I'd love to hear your feedback. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.